Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Nicole Carr, and I am founder and CEO of Passion to Purpose. I just want to say I am so excited to be a part of this amazing women's empowerment event, and I'm so grateful that you all have decided to come and join me for my masterclass, How to Get Real and Go from Surviving to Thriving. And as you may know, REAL, the acronym stands for Get Ready to Experience an Awesome Life. And that is what I wish and hope for all of you is as you attend this 3-day event, that you will get the motivation, the encouragement, the inspiration to go forth in what you may have already started or what you would like to do in your life. A little bit about me. I am an educator by heart. Started in teaching, then went into mentoring, coaching, and eventually educational leadership. And I worked very hard to navigate through my career, and I'm very grateful for the experiences and the relationships that have been created throughout. Um, I am also a co-author of a few books. One of them is I Hate Being Broke, which has to do with financial empowerment. The other one has to do with leadership in business and community. And I'm also working on another inspirational, motivational book, which eventually will be out to everyone soon, to encourage you to move in your life in such a way, in both positivity and inspiration. You can find me on social media at Facebook at Nicole J. Carr, as well as on Instagram at Nicole J. Carr. And I encourage you to follow along as I continue to post and share information. You also be able to see some of the activities that I've done through Passion to Purpose. I've conducted vision board workshops. I've also been a moderator, speaker at certain women empowerment events, women luncheons, and things of that nature. And I really enjoy doing that. So if you need a speaker or you need someone to come in to pour into others or conduct a vision board workshop, I am your woman for that. So I definitely would look forward to hearing from you. And my website, which has been posted, Passion to Purpose blog. .org is another way to be able to reach out to me and to see all the different things that Passion to Purpose does. And not only that, I'm also a new-time mom. Had my baby just over 2 years ago. Started later in life, and it's just been a blessing. Definitely a life change, but totally a blessing. And it's been an interesting journey trying to manage working full time, being a full time mom. And again, I wouldn't change anything for it. It makes me who I am today, but it's definitely been an experience. And everybody goes through the experience the way that they need to. Despite all the advice and the encouragement and the suggestions, you take it in, but there's nothing like when you're going through the experience, how you decide to navigate and deal with it. And that's what life is about, but you do want to have those people around you that are going to be real with you and that are going to be a support system when you need. So all of that's really important. That kind of ties into, in terms of what I want to discuss with all of you today with the masterclass. So this topic has to do with personal wellness, well-being, both, in emotionally, physically, mentally. You have to feel whole. You have to feel fulfilled, especially if you're out there in the world giving to others. And especially being a mom, being a female entrepreneur, it's in our spirit to be nurturing and giving to others. And that's just something we normally do. But when we neglect ourselves, that can become an issue because it's almost to the point where we don't have any more to give. And it's really important to be self-aware of yourself and be in tune of your needs in order to move forward to be an impact to others. So one of the things I would want to say is one of the first things you should do is being advocate for yourself. Being, just like I had said, being aware, being in tune of your needs. What is it that you need for the day, for the week, for the month? And even expressing that to either your loved ones, your spouse, or whoever is with you on a regular basis, so that you can communicate well and that they understand how they can support you. With that, you should encourage yourself to create short-term goals and long-term goals for yourself. that will in turn encourage and motivate you to want to um, do the things that you would love to do. And it's not just something being talked about, but it's something you're writing down on paper so that it later becomes something in the flesh. And there is something to say about writing things down that's really important for you to really go forward in making it happen. And that's one of the things that I do is the vision board workshops, because there's something about visualizing. And sometimes you may even put this whole project together, your vision board, you may put it down to the side, but because it may have been triggered in your mind, you have decided along the way to go forth in those things that you had on your vision board. So there's power in creating that image first and then seeing it to fruition. So being an advocate for yourself, knowing your personality, knowing how you work best around others, whether you're working for someone as an employer or you are the employer yourself and you're hiring staff for your business, you know what works best for you in terms of the people that can help you build yourself up and make you stronger as a person. Um, and then you also have to set your boundaries with people, which I know we all struggle with. I even struggle with that in terms of just how to say no, taking on certain tasks, and not being a people pleaser. Again, that's something that I struggle with. So it's really important to understand that. A little bit about me. I started off being very, very shy as a child. And because of that shyness, it was very easy for people to make assumptions about me, to speak for me. And it made it very difficult for me to navigate in terms of being able to express myself fully, because people just would make assumptions because I was not forthcoming and I was not boisterous like other people. And it carried on throughout for many years. It wasn't until college that I decided to put myself out there and be a part of organizations and groups. And I had a knack for really interacting with people and socializing. Once I got past that fear and started talking to people, I truly enjoyed the social aspect, just talking with people and encouraging, motivating, inspiring. Running certain events on campus when I was in college was so exciting. And seeing the look on people's faces, the excitement, the feedback, and that just motivated me, inspired me to keep going. And that's what I did. And so when I became a teacher and I worked in the schools, I really enjoyed working with kids. I always had a thing with helping children succeed and pouring into them as I would with adults. And then eventually I got into mentoring new teachers and helping them, especially when it came to the special education environment. And I had a lot of experience in training and background. So that's something that I helped them with. And again, I really enjoy helping others, pouring information into them, helping, motivating, and encouraging. It's just an ongoing theme of what I've done over the years. And fast forward to being an administrator today. In my last stint, I was a clearinghouse of information, worked with superintendents, principals, teachers, providing information and insight, encouraging, working with consultants to bring professional development into the school districts, things I really enjoyed doing. And one of my last accomplishments that I really appreciated doing and had the experience is overseeing a $500,000 grant, encouraging people to go back to school to get their degree. Those selected were got to go to school for free, but I had to assist them with all throughout those 5 years in maintaining their GPA, taking on workshops and classes. And then this was even happening throughout the COVID pandemic. So to say it was a challenge is an understatement, but so grateful to see them come through and the success of those new teachers that are now working in full-time positions as teachers and being equipped with the knowledge they need to help other students in the future. So those are just a touch of some of the accomplishments and experiences I've had. And my last award that I received was the Presidential Award through the Biden administration, which is another thing that I am very proud of. And that goes into all of the experiences I've had, passion to purpose and what I've done, and also even back to when I was in AmeriCorps Vista, working in a impoverished school in California. So all that came full circle. And I say these things not to brag, but to say that as someone who started out very shy and quiet and reserved, I saw my knack for working with others, helping others succeed, helping others be the best they can be. And that truly inspires and motivates me internally. And I poured that out into others and therefore was able to achieve success in those different areas. Hence, down the line, Passion of Purpose was formed because I was always talking to people, always providing information and encouragement. And I figured starting with the blog was a great way to do so. So again, I do a lot of workshops and trainings and things like that. I could work in schools, organizations. And so if you're interested, please reach out to me through my handles in Passion and Purpose. Again, Facebook at Nicole J. Carr, Instagram as well. And we can take it from there. So let's get into this workshop in terms of first talking about being an advocate for yourself. So the next thing would be is to think about your time and how you navigate your time. So for me, being a mom, it's been, like I said, a journey. And having the freedom that I had before is different, you know, because now it's about her. It's not about me anymore. And so that's, you got to think about your priorities and what your responsibilities are. But it has to tailor around, again, self-care for you. So you want to make sure that you have acquired the time you need to make the best version of you. A spa day, getting your hair done. I mean, it could be something as simple as that, but also could be something as going to the gym, eating better, you know, and it's not to be perfect about it, but it's just taking the time to say, I'm going to take care of myself today, this week, a few times a week. I'm going to do something for myself, something small, but it adds up big. Okay. Again, journaling, taking down that information of what is it that you want to do the next year, next 5 years, 10 years. So part of taking care of yourself and your well-being is to decide what is the pathway that I want for myself in the future. Where do I see myself? So a lot of people are, you know, sometimes concerned that they don't know where they want to be, they don't have direction. And so you have to decide and just take a breath and decide, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I see myself? And you have to try. It may not be what you decide to do down the line, but you have to start to try these things so you could get an idea of what is it that you like to do or want to do with your life. And share it with people, because you never know the connections that you can make. Other people hear that some of your thoughts and ideas, what you want to do, and then they have a connection and they network with you. It's something that could spark a new opportunity, a new door of opportunity for you. So again, being an advocate for yourself, knowing who you are, how you work with others is key. Navigating your time, you know, how do you spend it on a daily basis? Are you working towards your goals? Are you taking action and not just talking about it? That's a big one. We all are guilty of that. And then we don't want to make excuses for ourselves when we can't do something. And if we aren't able to achieve for that day or that week, we start all over again. We don't throw our hands up and say, that's it, we can't do it anymore, which sometimes we do. And that's another form of an excuse. So you want to make sure you push through, just like if you're not eating the right thing and you're trying to eat better. Okay, that was not a great week. I'm starting over next week and I'm going to do it better next time. So part of that is having the resilience to push through, the determination to push through and say, I can start over. It's not the end of the world. So that's extremely important in terms of our mindset, is just having the positive forward thinking of, I can do this. The other thing would be to surround yourself around people, which I kind of started mentioning before, but you don't want a bunch of yes men. You want people that can give that constructive criticism, even though it may hurt. You want people who are going to be real and honest and truthful to you. You want people who are going to give it to you like you need it, because it's really important for your well-being and understanding where your strengths and challenges lie. I don't really like to say the word weakness, but you know, we all have our strengths, we all have our areas of challenges that we can work on. No one's perfect, and some people are better at other things than other people are. So with that said, if you're working in an environment, you want to never be the smartest person in the room, right? Or in that circle. You want to work with other people that have other strengths that you could play on, that you could learn from. Because you have something to give to others, other people have things to give to you in terms of skill set, talents, and things of that nature. So that's really important. Um, so yeah, so just having the self-awareness, also making time for yourself and managing your time wisely, your network of people, building those positive relationships are key to doing what you need to do. And also really practicing that idea of gratitude and being appreciative of your experiences. Sometimes we're so forward thinking of, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I'm guilty of that, not thinking of all the accomplishments and all the things that you've already done, all of the trials and tribulations you have went through. You just go through them and then you're like, okay, what's next? Really relish and revel in what has taken place and where you are today from point A to point B. And that comes with an attitude of gratitude, being grateful for your experience, being grateful for your trials and tribulations, again, because they have made you where you are. In the midst of what you're going through, you may not appreciate or like what you are dealing with. But again, if we didn't go through these things, they would not make us who we are today. And that's something that we have to always understand and come in grips with when it comes to these challenges in our lives. You always hear about successful people and what they go through in life, and you're just in admiration and awe. But then when they finally get the opportunity to share their experiences and what they went through, you're just like, wow, how did they go through that? And how did they manage to go through that to get to where they are today? So that's really important to understand, is that practicing an attitude of gratitude is going to help you go a long way in understanding how you're able to maintain yourself. And again, no one is to do these things on their own, but that's where I go back to having the right support system, the right people around you. Okay. And as you're going through and navigating the waters, experience that joy. Okay. I think that's a big part of life, is that we can't always just be serious about everything. And again, that's something I'm working on too. I can be so like wanting to be perfectionist. This got to get this done. But experiencing the joy and the excitement of life and what it has to offer and the endless opportunities is something that you have to understand and acknowledge as a human being, is having that joy in your life and finding what brings you joy. Is it hanging out with your child or children? Is it going to the park? Is it going to the beach? Is it sitting by the water? I mention those things because those are things I actually really enjoy doing. I actually like going near bodies of water, like the beach, the marina, the park, and it gives me a little reset. It makes me relax and reflect and think in a very positive way and rejuvenate my soul. So that rejuvenation is important when we get bogged down with so many things, that we need to be able to rejuvenate, refresh, reset to start all over again. Okay? So those are a small version of all the things that we need to do in order to get real with ourselves, to get ready to experience an awesome life. And as I'm saying this to you, this is something that I'm doing for myself as well. I don't want anyone to ever think, and it's very easy to do this, that whoever's speaking before us, they always have it together. They always have all their ducks in a row, and I'm the one that needs to work on all these things. No, we're all going through this together. And the great thing about this event is that we all need to work together. We're all going through the same situations and tribulations in different ways, but just trying to maintain ourselves in a successful manner to make it to the top with the right people, with the right tools, with the right support system is key. So I'm here to say that you got it, girl. You got it in you. You already have it. It's just a matter of bringing it out. Um, but you have the experience to move forward. You need the encouragement, you need the motivation to do what you need to do that's best for you and your family. And I'm just excited to be here today, and I'm excited to learn from the others. We have a variety of speakers that are going to be sharing their insight and their challenges, their experiences, and I'm just so excited to learn from everyone else. But again, you want to reach out to me through my social media and get a feel of some of the things that I have done and how I can help you move forward in your life and your career. Please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day of learning and growing and being inspired, as I know I will. Thank you.